Como ya la vi, solita, pues me pregunté ¿qué pasa cuando me bailó cerquita? Eso fue descomunal. Dale, dale, tra, tra, tú sabes cómo.
Hey guys, it's Tara and welcome back to another video and another delicious Instant Pot recipe. Today, we're bringing our Instant Pot on vacation. I'm gonna bring you guys along with me as we make the most delicious beef and noodles, cabin style, inside of our Instant Pot. You guys are gonna absolutely love this. Before we get started, if you have not already, I would love for you to be a part of this community. You do that by hitting the red subscribe button that's right below this video. For the next few weeks, we're gonna be doing cabin cooking. You don't wanna miss these episodes. Be sure to click the bell icon, that way you're notified each time I post a new video. If you guys are ready to make this super delicious beef and noodles, smash that like button and let's jump right into the video. I'm gonna start with a delicious dry red. Then I'm going to prepare the beef for this recipe. I'm using flat iron steak. I love flat iron steak for this recipe. You could also use flank steak. That would work well also. Just be sure you slice the meat against the grain so it is perfectly tender. So I'm gonna slice it against the grain, and yes, I'm using a pocket knife. This is cabin cooking. And then I'm chopping it into bite-sized pieces. And I'm doing this for all of my flat iron steak. I had about 3 pounds. Then we're gonna get our mushrooms ready, and yes, of course, I've washed this cutting board. After I've cleaned off all the mushrooms, again, using my pocket knife, I'm gonna slice them into just kind of medium-sized slices. Perfect. Then I'm gonna grate all of the cheese that I need. That way all of my ingredients are prepped. I'm using a Parmesan Reggiano. You could also use Pecorino Romano or even just regular Parmesan. To a medium-sized frying pan, I'm adding my mushrooms. You absolutely can cook the mushrooms inside of your Instant Pot. I would saute them and then remove them and add them at the end so that they do not get too mushy and overcook. I'm not doing it inside of my Instant Pot because my husband absolutely hates mushrooms, but you can do it any which way that you like. It's really important to heat your mushrooms with nothing else in the pan, no other liquid. You want to draw all of the moisture out and then season it with salt and pepper. And just keep sauteing. I have not added anything else to the pan yet. And once the liquid has cooked out, I almost forgot to add a hint of garlic powder. Then I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil and also a little bit of butter. We're going to saute this down. Then I'm going to add some roasted garlic. I've roasted this in the oven that they have here in the cabin that I'm staying. If you don't have an oven, you could also roast it in the Instant Pot. Then I'm going to add some beef bouillon. This is really going to ramp up the flavor. I love using both garlic powder and roasted garlic. It gives such a depth of flavor. You can, of course, just use one of these. I'm going to add some water, deglaze the bottom of the pan. And when the mushrooms are cooked to your preference, you can set them aside. Look at these mushrooms. They look absolutely amazing. Next, we're gonna grab our Instant Pot, set it to saute on high, add a drizzle of this olive oil, let it heat up. When it's hot, we're gonna add all of our flat iron steak. Add some onion powder, some garlic powder, basil, parsley. Stir everything together. We're looking to get some color on this meat. We're not looking to cook it. And of course, I'm drinking another glass of dry red since I am on vacation after all. Once we start seeing some color develop, we're gonna add our bouillon. So I'm using a combination of beef and garlic bouillon. You could use just all beef bouillon. I just love the depth of flavor that this provides. We're gonna add some water. I'm using about 2 cups of filtered water. It's really important to deglaze the bottom of the pot prior to pressure cooking. That way you will not get the dreaded burn signal. Use your spoon and just scrape the bottom of the pot until all of the burn bits are removed. And just keep on stirring, scraping the bottom. And then we're gonna grab our pasta. Egg noodles are classic in a dish like this, but you can use any other type of pasta that you like, including gluten-free pasta, which I've done before and absolutely love. All you have to do is take the cooking time of the package, the least amount of cooking time. So if it says 10 to 13 minutes, take 10 minutes, reduce it in half and subtract 1. Therefore, you would cook it for 4 minutes. It's that simple. Add them right on top of the beef. Then we're gonna add some water. Now we're not gonna stir it. We're really looking to just kind of press the noodles down. And if it's not fully submerged, add a little bit more water. Then we're gonna grab our lid, make sure the silicone ring is on, close the lid, set it to sealing at high pressure for 4 minutes. Then we're gonna allow 5 minutes of natural pressure, perform a quick release, and when the pin drops, we're gonna open the lid and add our heavy cream, our cheese that we grated earlier, and I'm also using half and half. Grab our frozen peas. I absolutely love peas in a beef stroganoff type recipe. You could use any other type of frozen veggies that you like. I've showed this hack before, but it's so great to use frozen veggies in a recipe like this because they cook in almost no time at all and they're already prepped. So you just throw them in, stir them around, and you're good to go. Pour them right in and use as many or as few as you like. Then we're gonna stir everything together. Oh, this looks so good. Another great thing about this recipe is you can fine-tune it for your preference. If you want yours to be creamier, add a little bit more half and half, heavy cream, or even just milk, and it will work beautifully. I decided to add a little bit more half and half. Another great hack is to make a cornstarch slurry. This will thicken up your noodle dish to the perfect consistency for you. What I like to do is mix in a little separate bowl equal parts cornstarch and cold water until it's combined, and then add it to the dish. You'll need to bring it to a light simmer so it will cause the cornstarch to react and thicken, or you can omit the cornstarch and just let it naturally thicken by sautéing it for about 5 minutes. It will reduce the sauce down, and of course, placing it in the refrigerator will naturally thicken the sauce as well. Add the cornstarch slurry, have it set to sauté, and simmer it for just a few minutes. Then add your deliciously sautéed mushrooms to your dish. Top it with some fresh basil and parsley. You guys have got to try this recipe. I hope you enjoyed today's video and that you have a chance to try it. Let me know any other recipe ideas that you have for a future episode in the comments below. I'm gonna leave a playlist of some delicious, easy recipes on the screen over here if you'd like to check that out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.